Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Together, run, keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. And we love. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and fight. Fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the
In the passa mindset that we reside, most people will be hearing the juicy mix-up coming out of this JLP debacle. It's quite not what I am hearing, though. I am hearing the corruption and crime allegation exposed by an insider. That is what we really need to focus on. Because with all of Rosie allegation against Donovan, the Integrity Commission must move into action. The People's National Party spokesperson in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security must now make a reference to the Integrity Commission, because Donovan Williams ought to be investigated as per Rosie Hamilton's public allegations. We have many other things to address this morning, such as we will discuss the tentacles of Donald Trump's Epstein fury now reaching mainland UK and mainland United States of hate. Good morning and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Lovely to have your support as always. Everybody, one and all, one big good morning to everybody. Wanna pay attention to the crimes and the corruption exposed by an insider, something which we all knew, something which we regularly discuss. How much more, though, Rosie might have to say that will kind of shock, but not really shock us. The center of this, Jamaica, and it's what must be held up to the lamp and wave in front of the public, the taxpayer money. Our public purse is at the center of this scandal, this public brawl. I mean, they're used to having public brawl, but this one is putting more meat on the bone, does it not? Don't get drawn into the mix-up. I beg your pardon. Don't get drawn into the mix-up. Draw the bigger issue and the bigger picture out of the midst of the mix-up. Taxpayer money, the corruption, the crimes, how they use taxpayer money to buy votes. These are the things coming out. I wonder if the jellyback PNPs are really watching. Because these aren't things that the PNP should sit down to wait to use when an election come round. Donovan got to go, especially as a junior cabinet minister. Donovan got to go. So we don't know how the PNP now up in the arms and tantrum. In any foreign country, this take down a minister of government. We can remove him from the seat because the people chose him or he bought the people. But he's a minister of government with allegations by Rosalie of him using Melissa Relief for him political advantage. Are you listening to? I not even look at what people are saying in the comment. Sorry, me never in the comment part. Jamaica, are you hearing about the plethora of public funds stolen and shared up between Dick, Tom, Harry, Gwen, Mary, and Cynthia? Are you listening? Don't get drawn into the mix-up. I've been telling you from last night. Don't get drawn into the sweetness of the pasa. There's a bigger picture here. This is not just a vlogger propaganda. This is coming from an insider, a member of local government is accusing a member of central government of serious crimes, stealing, misappropriation, and fraud. Andrew! Somebody call Andrew Holness, please. You got this serious? Because I don't see people who are covering this thing is treating it as serious as it is. It has been pushed in the pasa frame that it is. Quite not so, though. Andrew Holness, these are allegations of murder, fraud, corruption, stealing, misappropriation, embezzlement. All of these are coming out of Rose's allegation. And these are not money out of Minister Williams' pocket. We're talking about the taxpayers' money. Jamaica people now focus. Jamaica people now focus. Remember how the other brother did use the money by pussy down a KSMC be gonna part me after talk so cast so go. You remember when Celia did come out pan feather? You remember when Celia did come out pan mere feather? It's a stealing gang, and we hear say them are Andrew a cousin. Jamaica people, are we paying attention to the crimes committed against us, against our public purse, against our persons? Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to the exposers coming out of all of this? Rosie Hamilton, me asked you last night and me I go ask you again. What you know about the $31 million for the EM 800 Gilma? Because we know say all heap of sharing up and pop off piece give this so and all of that go on with the $30 million. What do you know, Rosie Hamilton? What do you know about the $31 million? Because at that they really bring Donovan under public scrutiny by all of us, you know. Donovan under public scrutiny. Remember say when Rosie come out the first time and swing, you know, and the other brother she did swing after, you know, another feather. When she did come out, I did feather, she did swing after that time, the first time in it. And now in come out a swing after the other brother again. Jamaica, we need to get to the bottom of this. Andrew Holness, thief, murderer, liar, head of the notorious gang operating against the Jamaica people. Don't you want to know more here? Andrew, but then again, if you send them out, go thief, what would it matters to you? Right here now, Andrew Honest or Rosalie Hamilton, you would have want reprimand because you would have want the thief in stay indoors and uno can't contain Rosie. Uno can't contain Rosie because I know the first. I know the first to come out, Pauno. We need to know now what's the relationship. We always hear say Andrew and the Williams them related. We need to know the real relationship between Andrew Holness and these two boys. Because them come in, them have so much, them get so much opportunities and preferential privileges just to steal. Opportunities and preferential privilege to be mayor and MP and minister of government in our country only to steal. The public must demand to know if there's any family connection. But then again, the whole of Jamaica government nepotistic and hereditary. Nepotistic and hereditary. Because we have Papa and son in a Senate, wife and husband in a representative, girlfriend and boyfriend in a representative. So on both sides, it's a patriarchal, it's a hereditary system. Either you have to bend over to get there, or you get the true hereditary, or you buy your way there. You buy your way there, you bend over to get there. Are you Jamaica people? Why are we still voting then? Why it's a family dictatorship. Why are we voting in a family dictatorship? In a family dictatorship, you don't need to vote. Because whatever you get is whatever you get, and that's all you're going to always get. So why do we need to vote in a family dictatorship? Let us run the whole Rosie tirade again, because Andrew Holness down here, Mark Golden down here, Colonel Charles, who is his minister down here, the PNP shadow minister in the Ministry of Labor seem to down here. All of them are allegation, yeah. Or all of them are crime where Rosie exposed that involves. Let us go to our article first, and then we go to Rosie tirade. And Donovan, morning, Donovan, morning. Donovan, could you please fuck around Rosie for us, please? Donovan, can you please just fuck around Rosie for us, please? Just tell Rosie something with hot Rosie, Donovan, please. Can you? Because we want to hear more, you know. And on more of the mix-up, we want to hear Donovan. Donovan, we want to hear more of the crime. Somebody help to tell me, please, who is the shadow minister in the Ministry of Health? But tell me all the while, say all liars are thieves. Xavier mean, everybody knows that Xavier mean thief land, Xavier mean thief title, Xavier mean swindle people out of them property. Xavier mean is a crook, a criminal. Who is the shadow for Pernell Charles? Because this person in the PNP need to make an urgent referral to the Integrity Commission. Somebody help to tell me that, please. Who is the shadow spokesperson in the Ministry of Labor? Because we need an urgent referral. All of these allegations coming out. All of these, I won't call them allegations, accusations. All of what Rosalie Hamilton is accusing Boya of. The Integrity Commission need to investigate straight away. So I hope the PNP Labour shadow minister make a referral. Because them not jump on up, you know. Them always wait till it spoil until worm take it. Before you see them come out, come start show J's on it. When worm they at the deeper end of the meat already.
The Shadow Over Recovery, a critical analysis of the Hamilton-Williams corruption scandal.
Nita Garvey, you need to make an immediate referral to the Integrity Commission. If it is you, no, Nita Garvey, and a local government, Nita Garvey, though. No, Nita Garvey, a local government, isn't it? I don't remember anywhere. But whoever in the PNP is the shadow spokesperson on labor and social security, an urgent referral, an urgent referral need to be made to the IC. He not just to the IC, to MOCA as well, because the things, Waverly Hines, it says. So Waverly Hines, if it is you, an urgent referral, urgent, urgent referral must be made to the IC and MOCA. These accusations coming from Rosie are criminal, they are corrupt, and they deserve investigation, and the evidence ought to be followed in the appropriate direction. What a crime. Andrew Olensama Golden are going like them. This crime is at the heart of government. Rosie Hamilton is telling us how this political JLP system use our taxpayer money and resources to buy votes. How they buy their way back to power. Aren't you focusing? Are you really paying attention? What a crime.
The Shadow Over Recovery, a critical analysis of the Hamilton-Williams corruption scandal. The aftermath of a natural disaster typically serves as a period for national unity and humanitarian focus. However, in the wake of Hurricane Melissa, The political landscape of Jamaica, specifically within the Kingston Central constituency, has been dominated by a disgraceful and escalating dispute between Councillor Rosie Hamilton and MP Donovan Williams, the Minister of State in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. The allegations, which involve the systematic theft of taxpayer-funded relief and a sophisticated kickback scheme with private contractors, have sparked a national conversation about the integrity of the island's disaster recovery mechanisms and the accountability of its highest-ranking officials. The genesis of the dispute: allegations of stolen relief. At the heart of the conflict is the distribution of the Hurricane Melissa Relief Fund. Councillor Hamilton has stepped into the spotlight as a whistleblower, alleging that MP Williams facilitated the diversion of relief supplies, including building materials, food hampers, and direct financial grants, away from the Ministry of Labour's intended recipients. Hamilton asserts that instead of reaching the most vulnerable citizens whose homes were devastated by the storm, these resources were stolen from the ministry to be used as political currency. The implication is that relief was channeled exclusively to political loyalists or, in more extreme cases, disappeared entirely into private hands. This alleged theft from the MLSS is particularly egregious as it targets funds specifically earmarked for social protection, effectively robbing the poor to settle political scores or line private pockets. The kickback economy, contractors and taxpayer money. Beyond the theft of physical goods, the dispute has pulled back the curtain on the murky relationship between government officials and private contractors. Hamilton has accused Williams of presiding over a kickback system. Under this alleged scheme, taxpayer money allocated for emergency infrastructure repairs, such as clearing blocked roads and rehabilitating public buildings, was awarded to a select group of contractors. The critical allegation here is that these contracts were inflated or granted without competitive bidding, with a percentage of the payout being returned to the MP or his associates. This represents a double blow to the taxpayer. Not only is the public treasury being drained by inflated costs, but the quality of the recovery work is often compromised to accommodate the illicit margins of the kickback. A disgraceful public spectacle. The dispute has been characterized as disgraceful, not just because of the nature of the crimes alleged, but because of how the conflict has unfolded. The public trading of insults and the breakdown of professional conduct between a councillor and a member of parliament reflects a collapse of local governance. When a councillor, the direct representative of the community, publicly accuses their MP of high-level corruption, it signals a complete loss of faith in the internal checks and balances of the government. This public infighting has left the residents of Kingston Central in a state of limbo, as the officials responsible for their welfare are more focused on legal threats and character assassination than on the actual work of reconstruction. Critical implications for governance. This scandal raises several critical questions for the Jamaican political system. 1. The vulnerability of disaster funds. The MLSS manages billions in relief. Without real-time auditing and digital tracking of every bag of cement and every compassionate grant, these funds remain a soft target for corruption. 2. The role of the Integrity Commission. This dispute serves as a litmus test for Jamaica's anti-corruption bodies. If the allegations of kickbacks and theft are not met with a rigorous independent investigation, it confirms a culture of impunity for those in power. 3. The ethics of political patronage. The use of state resources to secure political loyalty during a disaster is a perversion of democracy. It transforms a right into a favor granted by a Don-like political figure. Conclusion. The dispute between Rosie Hamilton and Donovan Williams is more than a personal feud. It is a symptom of a deeper malaise in the administration of public funds. The allegations of stealing from the Ministry of Labour and the orchestrating of contractor kickbacks strike at the very heart of the social contract. As the public demands transparency, the focus must shift from the political theatre of the dispute to a forensic accounting of where the Hurricane Melissa relief funds actually went. Until there is a clear resolution and accountability for the missing taxpayer money, the disgrace of this scandal will continue to overshadow the recovery efforts of a nation still reeling from.
People go in to politics to serve their pockets. And this is what we see coming from the Williams brothers. They are in it for their personal gains. And not just them, the entire JLP are in it for their personal gain. Is the PNP not in it for their personal gain too? Yes, they are. There is no proof to say they aren't. Because let this squabble within the JLP at the moment be a test to see if whether or PNP are being the opposition that we expect them to. Given the exposure now, Mark Golding should refuse to sit in Parliament if Andrew Holness, with these allegations coming from the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness must, in 24 hours, remove Donovan Williams from cabinet position. I repeat, in 24 hours, Mark Golding and the PNP, Andrew Holness must remove Donovan Williams from cabinet position. The same cabinet position that Donovan is using to steal Melissa resources and others. The Constituency Development Fund, where Donovan Williams thief off, Donovan must be removed from the cabinet within 24 hours, PNP, or you cannot sit with Andrew Holness government in. Can't let this be a test for the PNP Jamaica. Let this show us if the PNP really are work for we. Here is a test for the PNP, because nobody cannot look away from this. This is not a quarrel like Buju Banton and Wayne Wonder where we say, them are friends, and this is with them. No, this is not that. Take the milk out of the coffee right now. Take away the mix up. Put the mix up one side and take out the accusation of murder, crime, corruption, fraud, misappropriation, embezzlement. That is what we must focus on. And let us see how the PNP is going to deal with this issue. Let us see if the PNP is going to say, it's not my business. Remember PNP, when Uno did have Uno war with Pansita Pickles. When Uno did have Uno war with Pansita Pickles, a press conference after press conference, Senator's home, sweet home, about it. I hope an investigation will happen in a Donovan. Rosie makes some accusation where Rosie ought to provide the evidence to the investigators or tell the investigators what Rosie Hamilton knows. Let's go back to some of Rosie's kiss me Ross between him and Janita Pinkett. Janita Pinkett and Rosalie Hamilton breakaway.
Donovan Williams, I want you stop walk with my name. You go in at the party and you've been telling the party you give me money and the money me I war ready for. Donovan Williams, me I tell you.
Bear in mind, you know, Jamaica, when the money where you hear them talk about is taxpayers' money, our money. Don't be misguided and think to say Rosie and Jonita Pinkett a quarrel over their personal money. Not quite so. Not quite so. Over money, where to benefit we then take and share up. And because the stolen goods no share good, it a cost pop out a road, yeah.
Let me try to keep your disgrace out of the public domain. Because Donovan, a whole heap of things me go in at the media go talk, you know. You hear how long me I want you tell yourself to leave me alone. You never like it, you know. Because you go in at the ministry, go take out the ministry packages them and have them a give Rummy morning. And have them a give Ramon for go around go issue to delegates and supervisors.
Right. This accusation is to do with the Melissa reliefs. This allegation is to do with our emergency and hurricane and disaster reliefs. That is not going to the people. It's going to delegates. And hungry party loyalists, because of hungry the little gibbles them getting hungry labor rights. Hungry labor rights. You see the money where them a quarrel over, you know, in the mids. Hungry labor rights. Hungry go kill you now.
And me ask Ramon the question, if him know who him a give them to. And him said no. I'm tell him, said Donovan is trying to have a selection. And I am not having no selection with Ramon. I am going to run on a ticket. And listen, I am not telling you again to stop walk with my name. Several MPs call me and tell me that Donovan tell them that him been giving me money. And Christmas, him give me how much money? Donovan Williams, I wasn't in Jamaica in Christmas. You gave $4 million worth of Christmas work that could not give out the work. I had to put money on it. You gave me no money. Every time you are having a program in the area, a project in the area, I gave you the program for the Christmas money and it always exceeded. It's me put money on it. Donovan, you have never given me no money. Stop tell lie for me, Donovan Williams. And you are walk tell people about me.
Rosie, somebody say to tell you, say, politics is the dirtiest sport of all. It's a doggy dog game. Defect to the PNP and run against Donovan Williams. As some people tell me to tell you, Rosie, there's a political capital there, sir. So the people them say, Rosie, so you have to defect to JLP immediately with your council seat. And then you become the challenger against Donovan Williams for the PNP them. The people them say political capital there, so. The people them say sound like you more care about the people them, Rosie, than the girl boy, Jonita Pinkett. The murderer, Jonita Pinkett. The thief, Jonita Pinkett. The fraudster, Jonita Pinkett, a.k.a. Donovan Williams. Maybe the children at Bustamante Hospital can get the needed help. Maybe the community of West Central Kingston where them pop down. Because labor rights, why think PNP, why think Andrew Holness and JLP come a Michael Manley seat for do any good? You see sound a fool? Anyway, make we listen to the crimes within the Jamaica Labour Party, the crimes against the people of Jamaica.
Tell Ramon, say me a step down and give him seat. And then me come back and tell him, say, for wait for 6 years. And Ramon tell me, say, him can't wait for 6 years because I'm not going to politics till him old. Let me tell you something. Everything I go in at the media, you know. Donovan, member say, you sell out the people in place in a central Kingston to the MP them and tear them down and make the people them homeless them and scatter the vote them in the
And this accusation, Donovan Williams is not the only lawyer in the JLP guilty of drawing people property from under them foot. Xavier Main. Go check out Xavier Main history. Xavier Main is a criminal and a fraudster and a con artist who should be debarred.
Raytown division. Donovan Williams, you want a confrontation. And trust me, I go give you the confrontation. Me wait on the right time. Because you don't know, you are go around and me are go around. Media foreign and me a campaign just like you. Me don't want nobody for campaign for me, you know. Me have a name where me can campaign pan. And me a warn you and I tell you, Donovan Williams, me a go open your in a social media. You hear me a warn you thief in Donovan. You hear me a warn you liar Donovan. You hear me a warn you. I realize that you is lie and Ramon is lie. I am so disappointed in Ramon. Not because him have a political ambition, because nothing is wrong with that. But Ramon been telling lies all the time.
Most of our politicians in Jamaica, council and MP, PNP and Labour right, them live in Florida. Them fly down to Jamaica to work and fly back up to their home. This is why the decision, the DECEGION for the Cuban medical workers couldn't sit in a favor. It have to sit in a Jamaica politician, whether be councillor or MP, will live a foreign, will live a Florida, Jamaica 15th city, 15th parish, and fly down to the other 14 to do them work. Only for them where you see them live in Jamaica. Only for these politicians no live in Jamaica. Ask Andrew Holness if him not having house there in his sister name as well. It's a small world, but it's a huge criminal organization. It is a small world, but it's run by huge criminal organizations.
The amount of things where Ramon tell me about you, Donovan, where you a thief the people, them the taxpayers' money, and a give for sign, and Ramon talk, say it's pure lie upon the things them. I never know say you argue Ramon things, the amount of things where Ramon tell me about you. And let me tell you something, me not say nothing, me I wait on the time because everything I go come out in the public. Everything I go come out in the public. Thief in Donovan. Remember, me know everything where you're thief and how you get it. You have the audacity for ask me the other day if you did get money. When you get the money, they contract them up the road for fix up a Wildman Street, Sutton Street, and in a Alman Town.
Globalists don't beg on not too bad word there, globalists. Please. Beg on not too bad word there. Dirty blood clot, Andrew, come here. When you come, Andrew Holness, from South Africa, and you come back to insult vloggers and charity, we pick up Jamaica burden, Jankro, dog shit, while Donovan Williams, the boy girl prostitute of a state minister in the Minister of Labor and Social Security, a thief, T-E-F-I-E, thief. Thief, Andrew Holness, and a you come back for insult, dog shit. Are the people of Jamaica who picked up the burden while the gully queen, a thief and a take it by a man. A thief and a take it by political capital. And a vloggers, Andrew Holness, come back from South Africa, come insult. We need to load up a shit gun and shot Andrew Holness with it. We need to load up a shit gun and shot Andrew Holness with it. Every blower spit out shit, we shot back more in our mouth and nose until he suffocate. And the people of Jamaica causes, on a dirty labor right, one green and can't bear nothing. On a labor right, one green and can't bear no fruit. A first green thing we know say blossom boy, labor right. And the first green thing we see no blossom boy. And willing to go to 5 more years at the fuckery again. 5 more years. See there. Look how it start. Look how it start. When you're not done. When Andrew done with you, me no know what una go change from green to. Uno bear the brunt of the hungry. And see there. See there, even the package won't be forget what Jamaica people in the Western Zone forget. Junita Pinkett thief it off. Thief it off. And I make political capital out of it. PNP, this is your biggest test. 28. This is your biggest test. Junita Pinkett in 24 hours must be removed from the cabinet, or the PNP must refuse to sit with Andrew Holness, corrupt, thieving, nepotistic, narcissistic, criminal regime of a government, you bloody bunch of Epstein class. Let us see if the PNP, if those woofing dogs in the PNP have any teeth that they can deploy in this matter. Because this, in any normal democracy, take down a minister of government. When a local government come tell us about the crime of central government, and you all want to look the fucking other side like it's not happening. This is a Donald Trump-ism. Because Donald Trump, I make it look to it like him never raped the little 13-year-old girl and beat her off. Donald. Don't make me go loose spawn this morning, you know. Coming down want people see this as the mix-up that it is. This go way bigger mix-up.
When you tell me to get the contractor and me get the contractor, Donovan, you forgot say when me give you the contractor number and you and the man talk. After you and the man talk, the man come back to me and said to me, Sir Rosie, you have to ask the MP how much money he want out of the money. Me say, I saw it go. Him say, yes, I saw it go. And when I came to you and asked you how much money you want out of it, you tell me $1.5 million. And I tell
overinflated contract given to your friend and crony. So when the price is overinflated, if it costs we 1 million, we have to pay about 4 to 5 million, because 1 million go to the contract. Junita Pinkett get 1.5 million, that's 2.5. The contractor gets him 500,000 or in 1 million, and the other 1.65 million share up for the little henchman them, and you, Mr. and Mrs. Keep your fucking bumble blood clot mouth shut. Jamaica, these are what we are hearing. Are you listening? Don't focus on the mix-up, you know. Don't focus on the mix-up. If you don't focus on the mix-up, you're going to miss where come out of your son. If you don't focus on the mix-up, you're going to miss the committed crimes. Don't focus on the mix-up. Mix-up sounds sweet, but there is seriousness within the mix-up.
You're not getting it. You forgot me tell you not get it? And I did the first money paid was $1 million paid, and I tell Yo-Yo to give you $300,000 out of it, and I gave the people them who forget money in a spoilers, and gave Andre the money for share up at Alman Town. The next time we get the money, the $500,000, you were supposed to get $200,000 and me get $300,000. I did ask you for some material, and you tell me, say, Rosie, when you get the money, take the $200,000. You forgot that? Listen, Donovan. You can't tell a lie for me, you know, because I say, me, I go in a social media. You walk and you tell the MP them how much money you give me, which.
When me used to carry me big money, come get your data. You stand up and say, everything is all right. But now that things get rough, and we can't get enough, you want come give me basket, fi carry water. Oh, mother-in-law, it's now I know who you are. You see, when stolen goods no share good. Ono see when ono got mango bush, and you know say one for me and one for you. One for me. Rosie, you're a thief too, you know. Rosie, don't bother think say you escape, you as a crown witness. Rosie, no bother think say you're not criminal as well. Crown witness is Rosie. Rosie, Lord God Almighty. Rosie Hamilton, crown witnesses are normally criminal, but they also are very important to the prosecutor in order to bring down the bigger fish, which is Junita Pinkett. Lord Jesus, what a disgraceful exposure of crimes that we are hearing about.
What, you ever give me money, Donovan? Yes, you expect me to take the money. When you gave work projects, you expect me to take the money. Donovan, me never take the money. Stop tell lie for me. Me not talk to you again, you know. You notice me stop talk? Me stop talk and me act. Don't make me leg on my mouth in a social media pan your teeth in Donovan, you know. Don't make me leg on my mouth pan you. The package, the money where you get for the packages, where you sign up all kind of things, and you give Ramon them for sign. And Ramon come back and tell me, say, nothing where you put on the paper is true, is lie. Remember, now me, you did I get them for sign, and Ramon, you did I get them for sign. So all the things them where me know.
No, this is another set of fraud when it comes to money like the Constituency Development Fund. This is how that $20 million MPs and councillors bleed it a year time by just write up this and this, that pan project pan paper. And when you go pan which part, then say then do park. When you go within the park, it look like a goat entire over the Finyami down. When they do project, say them a build community park. When you got the spot where they say a community park, them a build, I just come and goat and donkey, eat it down, and at that, you know, just a few cow, a few goat, and a few donkey for mow the land, and it them take how much 100,000, how much a million, so them build with park. Anybody could have let them goat, hog, dog, or donkey over the finyam down the field, and it would look just like how them leave it. No difference.
But your false documents them. A Ramon tell me. You hear me? I tell you to leave my name alone. You see,
PNP, P bomber blood clot MP. You hear how me I want or no? Make we see on a publish by this evening or a morning on a reference to the integrity and mocha, you know. On a don't make me come out here con light fire and just a show picture like a PNP, so you know. Oh, this is war.
Oh, I do. I'm not paying on mind. When I don't talk the things them. Morning. When Ramon tell me about you thief in Donovan, I'm not talk to you about it in the public. In the public, me I go with it. In the public. Because you swear to things that your business private. Right? But let me tell you something. You're going to know when the time comes. Just continue. Just continue. You want a peaceful transition? Take the peaceful transition. And do what you do because you can't stay in a Central Kingston. Me, I go campaign make you lose. So you I have to get rid of you. Me, I have to get rid of. Me not ask you that. Oh, leave me alone. When Ramon tell me that, you told him that you gave me money. And I said to Ramon, Donovan never give me any money. Donovan don't give me money. Donovan give me projects. Him expect me to take the money, but the people was always paramount. When I tell Donovan how much money I give the people them all the time, him tell me when me I give you so much money for, me figure $6,000, me give it $7,000.
Them something a crime, you know, Randy. Crime committed by the suffering against the suffering people. In political allies and kings of Kingston whenever needed. While the people then in the squalor of St. Elizabeth, Hanover, Westmoreland, and St. James couldn't get it. But Donovan could not thief it. That's why Colonel Charles only couldn't deliver a few packages because Donovan thief so much Donovan thief that Colonel Charles never have enough to distribute to the people them across the disaster zone. And them same thing that we're here about in Jamaica.
I'm always tell Donovan that can't help nobody. I always tell him, say, Donovan, that cannot help nobody. The people them never used to that from me. Them used to it from you. Them never used to it from me. The other day, in a Christmas, I gave you a budget. Not this Christmas, last year Christmas. I gave you a budget for the Christmas work. No, it never have on anything for the old people them and this and that, apart from the treat when we did keep. And I knew that there were some people in need. Somebody did forget $50,000 each. Ramon did forget 50,000. Chris did forget 50,000, and Yo-Yo was forget 50,000. Everybody else get their money apart from those 3 persons. Because I shared that money and give the old people them to give out. The people them some $5,000. You told Ramon that I gave you a list with Ramon name on it, that Ramon was to get money. Ramon asked me 1 time, I did not answer him. He asked me 2 times, I did not answer him. The 3rd time he bring it up to me that you told him that I had his name on a paper to get $50,000. I told him yes. I said, Ramon, did you tell Donovan that you got the money? No. I said January when the gully did a clean in a Raytown. I told Yo-Yo, because I go foreign and leave the money. I told Yo-Yo, give Ramon $50,000, give Chris $50,000, and you take your $50,000, and me make him pay out the rest of money. I ask Ramon the question, if him they tell you, say him they get the money, and him say no, Ramon got him Chris.
Here is a problem that we need a mechanism to solve. This trading, make them see me face, make the junker them see me face. This is a systematic change we need in our country. The trading of taxpayers' money through the bare, raw, thieving hands of our politician and public official must stop. 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 It's a recipe for continuous disaster. The trading of our taxpayers' dollars through the hands of thieving, crooked politicians and public figures must stop. It must be done through bank transfer where we can keep a track pan with money. All of this money where Rosie talk about, we don't know how to keep track of money where I got 2 hands. People say get and say they not get. We have no record of how the money that this 1.4 trillion where we disburse not this year. We're not going to get any accountability like we have not get for over $3 trillion. These money going out by hand have to stop. This to facilitate a broad part of the corruption. Yes, them still are going to use the inflated kickback system for thief. But all of the money our Rosie talk about with trade hand, we not go to no bank system. Boy, may I tell you, I don't know. I really just don't know. There's some things I just struggle to understand. When a prime minister, John Crow, dog shit. You remember you told us when was in 2023, 2024, prepare to move rapidly to a digital society, and we're still writing a hardcover book. Prime Minister, we're still writing a hardcover book and a pay cash in hand. And you're a digital society. Idiot, go sit down. Dog shit. Go and sit down. How you and Donald Trump managed to survive with the level of stupidity want to survive with. It's really becoming beyond sensible understanding.
Christmas money, the January. Ask Liad Ramon. Ask Carrie News. And Carrie got bring come Ramon. Ask him. if him never get the $50,000 afterwards. So when you and him a conspire and you are him a tell you say him never get no money Christmas and you are tell him say me give a list. Yes, I gave you the list with Ramon name on it. But
we not even know Ramon, but we couldn't fix a name for she. But Pancita Pickles will be coming up in this shortly.
Diverted the money, yo, Chris and Ramon money to the poor, the old people them in the era when need it. But January Ramon got back the money. And I told you, Donovan, that I gave Ramon. And you asked me, why me give him $50,000? Remember? When I told you that never give them it, you ask me why never give Ramon $50,000. Liar carry news Donovan, thief in Donovan. You hear me? I want you to stop calling me name. I'm going to open up your files in the public. Watch me and you. I'm me Bill Central Kingston, you know. I'm me Bill Central Kingston. Ramon in I'm yard when me a Bill Central Kingston. You're going in yard, go tell him and him brother. So come me, go carry her to Rosie, make sure expose them in her politics. And me carry them, go expose them all about in her politics. And I know Ramona undermine me. From 2016, Mrs. Madden down a Grace call me and tell me, say, Chris and Ramon and Sanjay, which is in brother, in the community, a campaign say, me can win the election 2016. Them go to my Grace, go tell Mrs. Madden, and Mrs. Madden call me and tell me, Rosie, beware of them. Them are undermine you. So me know a long time, Sir Ramon and Chris and Sanjay did I do it. Mrs. Madden tell me long time and tell me, say, open your eye. And all me, Chris was more explicit and sure say him a fight. Somebody did avoid Chris, but Ramon gave the impression like Chris is the problem. Chris carry news and Chris got this and talk this and Chris. Every time I talk to him about Chris, him pour down everything on Chris. The time him did I do it. So now I know that Ramon was a snake and Ramon is the one that do all the things them way I do.
Ramon, me don't know you, but based on where. But then this is just one side. But me just draw inference from the one side where me hear. Maybe you soon come out and say for your side. It sounds like you're somebody who would all pull down your zip and bend over for the opportunity because you sound desperate for it. Me don't know. Sound like another Pancita Pickles. I wonder if we're going to call Ramon Petulia Pickles for the moment. So you have Pancita Pickles and Petulia Pickles. Because she's sound a bit desperate, somewhat like Pancita. So for now, Ramon is Petulia Pickles.
I leave.
And Petulia Pickles is a soul sister of Pancita Pickles.
Ramon alone. And nothing to no argument with him. I don't want to fuss with him. I just want me and him to go up on the floor. And you anticipate a selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me I go run past something else cause PMP have to win the seat. JLP can't win it back. Me I make sure them not win it back. That's all me have to do. So me in an argument with you. Me see Lawrence Rowe send me a text.
Pickles.
If him can talk to me, man, talk to me about something. If I didn't know Sir Lawrence Rowe number, I wouldn't even answer it. But it never have no name on it. When I call back the number and ask, who is this? Him say Lawrence Rowe. He want to ask me a question. Lawrence Rowe asks me, tell me, say Chris and Ramon, the list of the Raytown division, people them will forget the $20,000. Him gave Alia 100 paper farms for fill out. And Alia do all kind of things with the farm them and stupidness and him give them to Ramon and Chris and now the people them now gonna get the benefits because it late and the farms them not do. My ask Lawrence Rowe, why you bringing that argument to me? I have nothing to do with no farms. When una do no things, una never tell me nothing. Wanna bring. But guess what? Him, Lawrence Rowe, go on like him smart. Him a try to feel me out if me and Alia and Chris and Ramon in a dialogue. So him want to know if on a circle is trustworthy. Your circle, Donovan Williams, not trustworthy because you have Lawrence Rowe and they will walk and talk everything. Him a carry news to you and him a carry news.
It's why I say Pancita Pickles and Petulia Pickles are soul sisters, because in that mix Rosie Hamilton's talking about, it seemed like them are the two labber mouth.
News to everybody else. So your circle will never private. Never. Because Donovan, me know every single thing where you do, how you do, when you do, where you do. You ask them where you have around you. If me did make them know nothing where me I do anytime at all. Them get duties for execute. Them never get duties. Them never be a part of no decision making, because me know me did have a whole heap of boy girl I deal with. So me know what to say to them and when not to say to them. Leave me alone, Donovan. You hear me, I want you? Leave me alone. Because me know you can't stay in a Central Kingston. You could have, me not even talk about Jesus. The devil on your back, you can't stay in here. One thing with me, you know, me talk up to people and me try to know people. Me not stay like you. We're running into people and I know people. Me try to know people. So when me have a Judas, me know where to keep the Judas and where the Judas must stay. You don't know your Judas them, Donovan Williams. You don't know your Judas them, because all the people them where you are talk to, them a talk to me. All of them where you are talk to, them a talk to me. And all the things that you have done in this constituency, Donovan, me know. Me know worthless Donovan. Bitch Donovan. Worthless Donovan.
Would Rosie be able to tell us whose bitch Donovan Williams is, and who Donovan might be swinging and polls for? Who Donovan Williams might just be bending over or kneeling down for? It would be something interesting, Rosie Hamilton.
Donovan, me know your file. Me know your file.
Release it! It's the
You
time
understand
the
that?
files releasing.
What is Donovan? Croft Donovan, me know your file. Mongrel Donovan, me know your file. Donovan, when I come from nowhere, I demand them up at Tower Hill. Used to rob the yappies them and feed you and your family. I frighten. You never angle money in your life. Yeah. And you see all of them vice noter, fuck with me and see if me not let them go in at the public. Leave me alone, Donovan. You hear me? I want you. Mongrel Donovan, leave me alone. I frighten, you know. You forgot that when you come in at the constituency, you never have no money. A liquor Danny used to lend you money. And you make liquor Danny dead. You, cause the boy lend you money, and when you pay him back Christmas, you give the boy $50,000 for share for him and Fidel and Tavar. That's why Tavar and Fidel run away and eat you. And you make Danny liquor Danny run away and gone foreign. So me know everything.
Accusation of murder. Causing the death of someone by instigating it, ordering it, communicate about it, knew about it, and did nothing to stop it. Member of Parliament and member of our cabinet and the wholeness, Donovan Williams must step down in 24 hours. If the PNP are serious about showing us that they're in the business of opposing corruption. Here it is on a plateau.
Look at that and tell me before him go away. Say, no want this you. So, him gonna leave you alone. Because you was him liar. Look at that. Listen, Donovan. Why you think me skeptic of you? Because I know your file. The man them what your brother carry from Towel come down here. Election when you were running at the 2020. As you win the night, the man them come back the morning, come tell me, say, oh, I sorry, Donovan in the seat. Donovan feisty, Donovan thief, Donovan mean, and Donovan lie. Yeah. And every day the man them call me and say me they tell you, Rosie, so I was sorry, Donovan in the seat because Donovan are wicked. But let me tell you something, me I get you out here. And me carrying you, know. Me never know when you are coming here. Remember, them never tell me when you are coming here. You come in by night. But me.
Not them. Anjo and Chang. Call name. Call name Rosie. Call name Anjo, Chang, and what the rapist of St. Mary name? Bobby Montague. Call name. Call name. No say day. Oh.
Wait to the place where me born and grow to take you out. I'm going to take you back out here. I'm going to take you back out here because you must lose. If you stay till election, buy your ticket. Enrich yourself. Because of that you do. Enrich yourself and the people them poorer. The people them poor like church laws in the constituency. Because all the money them were used to come in the seat where contractors used to come in here and the man them used to get them 200 and them 300 and them this and them that. From you come in here at 2 and 3 people are work on a project and you alone I get the money from the contractor them. But me said, Donovan, leave me alone. Cause you
and me alone I get the kickback. And me alone I enrich out of the kickbacks. No, sir. Now, at this point in time, I'm going to address Legina Henkel, the psychopathic, narcissistic, histrionic Gina. Yes, I am wicked. I know I don't have any problem in being wicked. But remember the position you sit in, your glorification and glorification. I, this wicked, put you in the very position you sit today. When you drop your education ambition to go and fight for Andrew's political success, it did not put you in a better position. Your attempted educational qualification incomplete never put you in the position that I put you in. Yes, I am wicked. But let me say this. If I went to my bed or go to my bed and dream of calling my mother a bitch, an idiot girl, a nasty girl, I would never even repeat that dream to anybody at all. Never mind to speak that of my mother in public. Me in a class, Andre. I beg. I beg now. We're not the same. Please. We're just not the same. All right? Now, let us turn to Donald Trump and the illegal war. The war that America has lost on the first day. The war that is depleting the American economy as we speak. The war that has stripped America of political capital. A war that plunged a wedge between America and its European and global north or allies. This war has now gotten to the United Kingdom. This war has now made its way to the United Kingdom. As I did explain to you a couple weeks ago, that what we ought to look for now is terrorist attacks within the quarters wherever we may live, particularly where there's Israeli, European, British mainly, and American interest. So all of us, as I told you a few weeks ago, have now become target in this global illegal Epstein fury. It has also touched the shores of America as well. This was an attack on a Jewish community in North London, but who really cares about? We only really care about the righteous and the just. And we know that Israel and America and Europe does not sit in the congregation of the righteous nor the just. So one wouldn't waste their time to give too much a cahoots about those lot. But it has also made its way to the American shore as well. One would argue by way of terrorism, because there's a oil refinery in Texas on fire. So prepare yourself. As I've been telling you, we can't wait for my sister come back, because this is the only reason why I'm using public transport at the moment, because I have to go up to my sister's house. The minute my sister come back, when I not have to go so far, I don't use public transport, either my foot or my bike. Because I remember what happened after the Iraq war, how terrorism turned itself up in and around our quarters. And in this scenario, it's going to be worse. I think we're going to have a terrible or fearful summer. I think this summer we're going to see attacks by way of terrorism all over Europe and America in particular. And that is why I try my best to stay away from public transport, especially the subways. I generally don't go on them, or particularly not in such a heightened security period, because these are the soft targets, or buses or trains or bridges, crowded areas. But how prepared are you though? Let's look at the inferno here, then continue. And that is in Donald Trump's. That is in Donald Trump's America. That is in Donald Trump's America. So the tentacles of this war is really going places. The tentacles of this war is really going places. How much though are you prepared for the economic Armageddon to come? This war has no end in sight. The worse, the longer it goes on, the worse it gets, and the more devastating for the economy. Some of the extreme things we can end up is shortage of energy, where we have blackouts in summer. We were living in the Western world, yeah. We're used to constant electricity and water and energy. We can have blackout of these things. We can have the production of food and a lot of things slow down. We see them gone in a global oil reserve already. We see the Saudi Arabian and the Gulf countries, them gone in the start have gone in them food reserve already, and they only have food for like 10 days. We saw the threat from Iran, the responsive threat from Iran to blow up the desalination and power plants across those countries if America blow up there. So that will create a huge humanitarian disaster in that area, where if the world doesn't airlift them out or airlift water and food in, what we will watch on camera is people starving and dying in front of us. This is some of the grave potential of where this war can go. The worst part of this war, it can end up in a nuclear disaster, whether it be by a country firing nuclear weapon or the bombing of nuclear reactors that can release toxic and harmful chemical that poison off a lot of us. This war has global long-term implications, security implications, political implications, financial implications, economic implications, the military and so implication. The Americans and the Israelis have to deal with that. Nobody asked them to start a war what them never prepare for. Nobody never tell them, say, everybody, I know everybody in the world afraid of them. And no, see Donald Trump called the Iranian them. Donald Trump is begging, not just begging his European allies to come and help him die, you know. Because that's all them going to come and help you to Donald Trump. Die and get them thing them mash up. Nothing more. That's all you call them for come do. Help you take the debt. And help you get them thing mash up. Because if you were the 100% town, the 100% town will call yourself NATO. You, the Americans, are 80% of NATO. So with the backside hole, if you're your 80% at chant, get up and run, what you think the 20% will come the condo asshole? Like, not like reality. What you think the 20% will come the condo, you idiot? Look how big and powerful you'll be. And you have to take up your enchant features, you're thinking them where walk and leak. Donald Trump, have you ever had sex with Ivanka? Just asking. Just asking. Maybe some senior citizens out there would want to know. I'm just asking. Have you ever had sex with your daughter, Mr. Trump? Anyway, when you think it's safe for travel, this is a risky one. It depends on the zone you're traveling in, but as opposed to surface to air missile, and one of the things that under Biden government, what a lot of people don't realize, just like during the Iraq-Afghanistan war, a lot of terrorists made their way into this country because of the refugee crisis. During the Biden government as well, and the so-called open border, a lot of people from all over the world made their way to South America and walk it across the border. It is said that a lot of terrorists who are preparing for this time to tackle America has made their way to America. Now, in this war, when terrorism when terrorists engage the war, they do not fight the war conventionally. They want to hit a blow. So shooting down aircraft, lifting off or landing in America or Europe or wherever, we cannot say that is out of place. So the risk is so huge here because it has now become a war of, in some quarters, religious ideology. The Christians versus the Muslim, the Christians attacking the Muslim, the Christian and the Jews attacking the Muslims. So you're going to have very, very broad security implications. As I said from day one, from earlier on in the conflict, this war will spread and it will have huge security implications for a lot of us outside the zone, because it is going to spark a lot of terrorism in the West. And we have to be mindful of all of this. When it comes to a terrorist engaged in a war, any and everything is a legitimate target. When it's the terrorists, you notice the Israeli them, when them are bomb, everything and anything is a legitimate target. This is how terrorists war. Terrorists don't follow the conventional codes. They do not stick to the Geneva Convention of not attacking civilians. They don't keep to those codes. So anything is a target for them. One thing jihadi terrorists love to do is to take Western lives. That's why you see they will do suicide attacks in tourism areas just about anywhere in the world they can. So we have to be mindful of the broad security implication. And terrorism attack come in many forms. It's not just those who blow themselves up. You have those who come and turn on gun in the public, or you have those who come with knife or summarized sword and chop and stab as much people as they can. You just have to be vigilant. You just have to not be in too much crowded area, and make sure, so when you're out a road, your eyes are 360. When you're out a road, take on a bumbo clot phone out on your hand, because too much I know buck up on me in the pavement. We don't head down in our enough in our face down in our phone, and the deaf scenting over on our ears. We don't need to look and listen while going out a road. Tap walk like zombies out there. Tappy. It irritates me because all the while me on a buck up on me on the pavement. Me have to push on out of my way. One on the outer road, on must see here we are going round on. And stop deaf on the ears and blind on the eye one on the outer road. Leave the phone for one to come back in the yard, you idiot. Anyway, go on about your business. Next thing. Hey, wait, you have to watch me about. No, but the people them always are buck up in my pavement because something over their ears and they put their head down in their phone. This is not the time for that. This is the time to be vigilant when you're out a road. You need to hear and see everything. If you hear somebody say hello, walk by your drop a ground and make sure if not no blow off or so. But if it blow off when you're that dot, you get less shrapnels. Anyway, go on about your business. Next thing, Wayne Evans come tell you about your mouth. Anyway, globalists, thank you all for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support. If you have not yet, hit the like button. Please do so before you exit the program. Thank you for being here. Please do join us back this evening for the people. And Andrew, not about Andrew, you know, because Andrew a dog. Mark Golden, you're on notice. PNP, Wanna put Mark Golden on notice. Put Mark Golden on notice. We cannot have a thief. Here, Mwagwan. We cannot have a thief in the Ministry of Labor with so much international aid, money, and donation come to. And now that we find out, say, him a thief of him political capital. PNP, you are all on notice. Because all our rules say, make the thief come out and disprove what Rosie say. If the thief can disprove, say a lie Rosie tell, then the thief must resign, because the thief has been accused of stealing from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, stealing from poor people, stealing from Hurricane Melissa victims. We'll come back for no later. Andrew Holness, it's not over yet. Boy, girl, Jonita Pinkett, it's just not over yet. Globalists, me will sooner or later, you hear? Anyway, have you all self an amazing day.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just a try and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down, war and crime. Fight down, me say Rastafari. War and crime and do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. So just as I and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we are penalized. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and crime. Fight down, war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love all. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twin.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime.
Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.